Welcome to Toffee TV. This is the press conference reaction to Lucas Digne.
There's more people in this room that were in that press
I was going to
conference.
say it sounded like, well, no, more independent people.
Okay.
Because there was about, there was a lot. First and foremost, the thing that puzzled me was why we don't do this for every player. We kind of hit one, miss one. Do you find that strange or not?
I can understand why they didn't do Richarlison because his English mightn't be brilliant.
Yeah.
And but you would imagine they'd be more interested in Richarlison.
Yeah.
See, this is something we talk about Everton all the time. They aren't very good at selling themselves in terms of and I don't want to make the video about this, but they're not very good at going, look what we did, whereas other clubs will have press conferences for the tea lady.
Yeah.
Everton are just not very good at that. So it was nice to see. Maybe, I don't know, maybe a couple of people have been on the phone and said, listen, we'd like to have a sit down with them or whatever, and rather than doing that, they've gone, well, we'll have a press conference. And that's, I think you should have a press conference.
Do it for everyone though. That's what I'm saying.
And even if they are, you know, their English is not brilliant, get a translator in the room and do it that way. So yeah, and I think again we always use this word, relatable. I think players become more relatable if you sit down, and we were sitting here watching it, and you know, we were talking about questions, and I said the first question I'd ask is about the tattoo, because ultimately that's creative. That's what anyone's been sort of talking about. We don't, you know, we'll find out what kind of player he is over time when he plays football. So there's no point having debate over what does he do or whether he's going to take Leighton Baines' place. What people want to talk about at the moment is that tattoo on his chest. And someone asked the question, and I made up they asked the question because it got a good quote, as you can see on the TV, and he also explained it, and there you go, it's done, and that's all you want.
Sarah, were you pleased with what he said? What's your feelings about him?
Yeah, absolutely. And like Ped was just saying, you know, we speak about the questions and stuff, and all this nonsense, and the club are missing out on so much because they're frightened of the media, and they don't want to ask the questions that people actually want to know the answers to. So the three of us sat here and went, oh God, they've let them ask that question, and one about Yerry Mina also, which was interesting. But yeah, I think it was brilliant. That's what the fans want to hear, you know. Just look how it's gone down. That's all you have to say, because we've had the Reds all week saying, oh, he's got "I'll never walk alone" tattooed on his chest. Ask him the question. No, nothing to do with football. It's something to do with a necklace my parents got me. I said no to Liverpool twice, bang. The fans are happy, you know what I mean? And
job done.
It's job done. That's what they should be doing more of, making them relatable to the fans. He's done it really well, because like I said, this is something that Everton miss out on, this kind of, there seems to be a barrier almost between us as fans and in the media and them as a club. There's this fear that just runs through the club, and you've seen it's not a bad thing. Look how everyone's responded to this really positively. That's what they need to be doing more of.
He seems like a really nice lad. And he seems like, you know what, he seems really excited to be at Everton.
He does.
And that's exactly what you want. It creates that idea of exciting going into the season, as someone who's relatable, and being relatable for a football fan is exactly what Everton have been missing out on. I mean, look at yesterday, we get rid of Ashley Williams. Nobody likes Ashley Williams. Loads of people didn't like him from the day he walked in, but loads of people have found him very sort of aloof in the way he played football, and he came across as a footballer. Football fans want footballers to get the club or get them as a fan base, and straight away, by saying the right things and doing the right things, you pass that over straight away, and that's something the club can work with now. And listen, I'm not talking about quotes like this, they're just throwaway lines, we just put that on there to wind people up, but just the fact that he seems to get the club, and he's a nice lad, and you look at him and you go, you know what, you could put him on the kit on the stadium, or you know, when you're trying to sell kits or whatever, or if you got him down to like Everton in the community or something, and you could work with him. He seems like a really nice lad, you know. You could, I don't know, yeah, I can imagine things like Everton in the community, getting him to go for a day where like you're teaching young kids French or something. No, like, you know, like, he just seems like a
first.
I want to just pick you up just very quickly on something about him coming across as excited. pick it up's not the right word.
No, that sounds like you want to grill me on something.
I want to grill you about both the two players.
You need a big George Foreman, son.
The two, well, not as big as it used to be.
You know,
that slim fast plan is working. No, the two players who've come in, Richarlison and Digne, now have spoke about Marco Silva being instrumental, and they both, Richarlison seemed really excited to come and play. So does that give you confidence that the kind of player we're going after
we spoke about this on another video, and we saw about the idea of a club being sold to a player. You might initially get a club or know what the fan base is going to be like, but if a manager picks up a phone and says to you, listen, this is how I'm going to use you, this is how I want to use you, sells the club to you. Footballers, like all of us, want to be loved. They want their egos massaged. They want to be told that you're going to play every week, and and if you do this and you do that for me, and this is how I'm going to play, and this is how I see the team set up. And for both players, that's obviously worked. And the ultimate, I think the hardest thing about football is, forget about all coaching and buying brilliant players, it's how you fit players together. And if you've got a plan in your head and you go, I'm going to have him here and him here, if one of those pieces is out of place, it's sometimes it doesn't all come together. So you've got to sell that dream to every individual by promising them something that you haven't probably delivered yet. So that's the hardest thing, and I think that's what's come across both times, is that both players are excited, they want to play for Everton. Everything seems really positive. It's not just about it's not just throwaway lines like, oh, Everton are a huge club, and I know Richarlison give it the old, it's only if it was me, I'd posted them on the wall and all that, but both of them have come across like they're genuinely excited by what Everton are offering and the project, and I think it's look sincere. That's the best I can say.
What about you? For you being excited to hear that?
Yeah, definitely, and I think that's credit to Marco Silva again, and Brands as well, but particularly Silva. We knew before he came in that he's got a fantastic reputation as a brilliant man manager, and that's come across massively. These players are investing in him and what he is selling them, and they sound like they are genuinely delighted to be here. And as Ped just said, it's easy to give it the old, I'm delighted to be here at one of the greatest clubs in England, and blah blah blah, but they do seem to know what they're talking about, and they do genuinely look pleased to be here and be a part of what it is that we're trying to achieve. I mean, just look at that lovely smile. Just look at that lovely smile. No, but I think it just heightens and showcases the importance of how crucial it is to work for someone that you like. And if you've got a manager like Marco Silva who comes in and lets them know you're really valued here, you're really wanted here, this is what we want to do. Went in for him early 2 months ago, and that's all you need. And I think he's creating that atmosphere, whereas in the last couple of years people have not felt wanted, people have not known whether they're coming or going. Different managers, people haven't had lockers, people aren't allowed to eat with certain people in the canteen and stuff, and I think now we'll see all that kind of come to an end. And Silva said himself as well, it will start in the dressing room, and that's vital. Look at last season with some of the people that we had causing a bit of uncertainty and a bit of disrest amongst the players in the dressing room, and I think that's something that Silva will sort out quite quickly, and he's good at getting the players to come in that he wants, and hopefully we'll see a few more as well. But no, I think really excited by him. I think everything he's saying, he does genuinely seem delighted to be here. I'm excited. It's a big thing. Bainesy is just become, a given that he's there on that left-hand side, and it's a big change for the club. But I think, we'll have to wait and see him, obviously, won't we? Hopefully we'll get to see a little bit of him tomorrow. But yeah, I was relatively pleased with that press conference. I think he made all the right noises, and I'm excited to see what he's going to bring.
The Yeremina thing was interesting.
It was,
I know it was a throwaway question, but he seemed.
I'm glad they asked him it, and I'm glad he answered it. He seemed up for answering it, didn't he?
Yeah.
So
it was nice that he just answered every question, and we'll wait and see. He said if he has genuinely spoke to him, which I don't know whether he will have or not, but.
Did he say something
Positive.
like, "Oh, I told him, you know, to come to Everton or something"?
Yeah.
So there must be something
He
in it.
probably will, won't he? I mean,
In the WhatsApp group.
said
Probably still in the Barcelona WhatsApp group,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean?
Messi will be getting it going. Well, no, I'm all right where I am, thanks. Oh, Messi, like that,
Lucas has left the group.
That's
yeah, fair enough.
No,
Fair enough. So,
it was a
good.
positive press conference. Probably would have been better if we'd been there, but never mind.
Yeah, done. So let me know what you think in the comments section below. Were you impressed by his press conference? You're not really bothered? Did you like what he said about turning Liverpool down? Again? Twice, yeah. Yeah, I thought he was quite honest. I thought he looks hungry. So let's see once he's got the shirt on, let's see how good a player he is.
Yeah.
If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Only takes a second. And if you want more videos, join us on Patreon. Big thanks to Sarah for being here as well. See you later on Toffee TV.